Hi, welcome to the Absolutely Improvised Monologue. I'm Paul Burrell, the Absolutely Improvised Monologuist. Um, so just to kind of let you know what's happening down here, you're going to see a prompt. It's going to be a one-word prompt. I take all one-word prompts. You can email, text me, smoke signal, fax, foghorn, semaphore. I don't care. Just give me the one-word prompt, and I'll write. I'll not write because it's not writing; it's improvising. I'll improvise a couple of short minute monologue. The character that is telling the story is a guy called Pork Chop from McKinley Park. Talks about his life and his family growing up in the lovely neighborhood of McKinley Park. So I'll get the list here. Got it. Okay. So Pork Chop Jr. decides he's going to become a Boy Scout. Now that's not a bad thing, I guess. You're a boy and you're a scout. You do things and you wear a uniform and you learn how to whittle and you learn how to make a fire and you go camping. Who doesn't like camping, right? So you do cool stuff when you're a scout. I get behind that. I'm behind that. Plus, it keeps him, out of the life that I led, right? It gets him on the straight and narrow. Anyway, so we're working on these badges, these marital badges. Like you do stuff, you get marital for them, and then I check off in the book, and then he brings the book, and then the big scoutmaster guy, he's like, "Oh, good job there, Pork Chop Jr." So this is all going well for the first couple of years. He's just getting his little tootsies wet, and everybody's happy with that. Got his uniform, got some badges, got these ropes on his shoulder. He's all looking kind of military. I got to be honest, he looked a bit like an authority figure, and God knows I don't have a lot of luck or success with them, but that's okay. He's a good kid. So then, after 2 years, he gets to go on his first camping trip. Now me, I like a bed. I like a toilet in the morning. I like a cup of coffee. I don't like a sleeping bag. That ain't for me. I surely don't like to go do my business outside. That's not what I do. But they decide that they're going to go camping and they need some parents. And Gail says, honey, you should go. The kid would love if you were there to kind of, it's his first camping trip. I said, baby, where do I plug in my mask? I'll die in my sleep. Son of a gun, I can't go. Oh, darn. Gail decides to tell me that it's okay to spend a couple nights without the machine. Now, Gail loves me more than she loves anything in the world. And I love her even more, so I'm going to take her word for it. So we go to this place, and we all unpack. And the bigger scouts get these rocks, they make a big circle. And the little scouts go out and get kindling wood. And they start to build a little teepee of wood and stuff. And I'm like, I'll get the lighter fluid. And the big boss is like, no, there's no lighter fluid. Okay, whatever. So they make the fire, we make marshmallows, we make the more and mores, we do a kind of stuff. They sing these dumb songs. Well, to them they're not dumb. To me they're dumb because there's no guitar solo. Anyway, so then it's time to go to bed. And I'm thinking I'm going to go sleep in the car because at least the car, you sleep on the seat, you're not going to wake up with a crooked spine. But poor Chop is a little bit nervous. I can see he's nervous. He ain't going to say nothing because he's my kid and he's cooler than you know what. But he's a little nervous. So I said, I'll go sleep in the tent. So I get in the sleeping bag and I close my eyes and it's dead quiet. It is quieter than a Saturday night in church. It's quiet. All of a sudden I hear the loudest croak I ever heard. I jumped so high. By the time I came down, the trip was over. No, I'm kidding. I wasn't quite that high, but it could have been. Anyway, so I start to fall back to sleep and I hear the croak again. Son of a bitch, there's an animal outside croaking loud. There are people slept right through it. I look at the big Boy Scout guy, boss. He's across the tent. He's sawing wood. Even Pork Chop Jr., he's gone. So I said, oh, it must be me. I close my eyes. I'm up again. What the phenom? I can't believe this. I should be home with my beautiful wife in my beautiful bed in my pajamas. But I'm in jeans and a t-shirt with my shoes on in a sleeping bag, and this frog or toad, whatever the gosh darn it is keeping me from my slumber. Now this goes long into the night. I would doze, he would croak, I would jump, I would doze, he would croak, I would jump. Eventually the sun came up, and all the kids got up and were running around and making a new fire and getting out the cast iron skillet and cracking eggs, and that's when I fell asleep. And I slept through the breakfast. I slept through the morning hike. I slept through the afternoon activities. Got up about 2 o'clock. Snuck into town, got a cup of coffee. Came back. Nobody even missed me. So that's good and bad. It's bad that nobody misses you, but it's good because I got some coffee. I got to use the toilet, and everybody wins. Tonight, I'm sleeping in the car with the windows up. Forget that frog.